everyone. You're welcome to the Total Education Show.
School is not just about academic subjects alone. School is also about co-curricular activities. School is engagement with fun.
Development of a child is 360, and that's why we have tagged this program Total Education Show.
Stream is here to raise kids that will identify the problems, come together as a group, and see a way to correct the error.
We normally say that we have 4 baskets of rights. So four baskets
of rights. At the end of 3-year training in technical colleges, students are competent enough to take any job.
Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Hello friends, hello everyone at home. My name is Wumi Tolualalade, your anchor on the Total Education Show. Yes, Total Education Show. The show is put together and packaged by the Lagos State Ministry of Education for your co-curricular aspect of education. So you have a total and a valued education system even in your homes. Yes. Now, what areas will we be looking at? We're going to be looking at STEM issues. We're going to be looking at TVET, and we'll be looking at, yes, child protection issues. Everything that has to do with child protection and advocacy of your children, even as they are home. Now, do you want to give me feedback? Yes, I want to hear from you. You can send in your feedbacks to me on this WhatsApp number 081-26601-889. Yes, WhatsApp messages only on 081-26601-889. Yes, I'm waiting and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Total Education Show. Today, we're on the aspect of STREAM, and we are going to learn a lot from Soji as he explains to us opportunities that avail while focusing on STREAM education. As well, you remember we want your feedback. Do not just keep it to yourself. Anything you want to ask, probably concerning the practical section or the areas of art and craft, please send in your creativity, something you have created by yourself, or is there a video you want me to watch? Please send it to that number showing on your screen, and we will of course give you a feedback soon. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to today's episode of the Total Education Show, where we have Soji Megbomo talking about importance, opportunities, and impacts of STREAM education. Welcome, Soji Megbomo.
Thank you.
We want to see the aspect of importance, opportunities that abound, and then the impact of STREAM education on all stakeholders of education. We're talking about the
science, technology, engineering, arts, reading, and mathematics.
Very good. Okay. So let's go.
The impact. Okay, so STREAM education fosters ingenuity and creativity. The whole essence of STREAM education is to help students to be able to generate new ideas.
Yeah.
Because if we look at the world today, even during this pandemic, we can see that
a lot of newbies,
a lot of new innovations are coming out. It is the importance of STREAM education that is giving back to this, because it helps students or any stakeholder that is within this sector to identify problems of the moment and see a way to develop new solutions to tackle it. We can see Google Meet now that is just that's coming up.
Zoom app
for
meetings. Seminars.
Microsoft Teams and the
Yes,
like.
so
So these
many.
are wonderful innovations that are coming up.
As
And
a
if you
result.
look at the what we are today, the new development that we've seen around us, it is because of this creativity mindset and this ingenuity ability that help people to be able to come up with new things, new innovation to solve the right of the moment.
Okay.
And we also look at it helps students to build resilience. So because if you don't try failure, you won't learn. So students see failure as part of growth. So when you expose students to STEAM education, to STEAM curriculum, you make them to try new things, and in trying new things they will
You
fail,
fail and you
they
go
try,
back at it,
they will fail,
you try
they will
again.
until they get it. So with that, you are building the resilience of that child. You are making him to be confident, to
Yes.
see that even without parents, I can survive the tunnel.
survive.
So even without job, I can create one.
Even to keep going when
To
the
keep
going
you
gets
know.
tough.
So that is exactly what STEAM education, offer us as stakeholders, as teachers and students. I also look at it encourages experimentation, and whereby students can try things over and over again to test things. Because if you don't experiment things, you won't know if it is right or wrong.
Yes.
If you don't try to check, even though even you are informed that this is a fact, there's still a need, even in science, in the world of science, for you to test.
I want us to
the
look
fact.
at the technological advancements in the world that we're seeing now.
Yeah.
Looking at the pandemic, what has happened that has never happened in how many years, if not decades. People are not able to move about freely. You can't travel. And look at those that have families, have friends in Europe, in America, husband somewhere, the other person at the other end of the continent. STEAM has helped us to,
connect the world. It brings the world together.
yes.
It is the skill set that's available in this career that helps people to be able to connect.
Yes.
That help people to be able
Look
to
at Facebook, look at Instagram, WhatsApp.
Obviously, these
Yes.
are powerful tools that people are
You
using
take
now.
picture. People see
taking-
the picture.
People are having
comment.
weddings in Nigeria now. And some people are
They're
watching it
streaming
live.
in America.
They're watching it live in
Sure,
America. So
sure.
these are opportunities presented to us by
That's
STEAM experience, by STEAM education, because the relevant tools that be created over time now become something that is helping us out of the pandemic that we are in now.
Yes. Now, carrying out experiments cannot be rubbished because it is in carrying out experiments that you're able to take risk and then be able to provide solution to problems around you, particularly developing new things that you create by yourself through your own thinking and through your own analytical skills. Sometimes you research and you go into experimentation and you get new things.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yes, and that takes us to the STEM Cafe practical session, where we'll be able to see what experimentation really looks like in the practical sense.
Today we're going to be doing the water fireworks experiment. Have you ever seen water fireworks before? We're going to make one with basic materials around us. And the science concepts we'll be exploring are dissolution, density, and diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of molecules from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. And density is how loosely or tightly packed molecules are in an object. We are going to be using materials such as cold water, ordinary water, vegetable oil, a tall transparent cup and a small cup, and food coloring, which is optional. Okay, so now the first thing we want to do is to measure out some quantity of cold water. Pour it into your long cup carefully. Then the room temperature water, and measure out about the same quantity. Are you wondering why we're using two different temperatures of water, the cold water and the room temperature water? You'll find out in the experiment. So the next thing we'll do is to pour out some quantity of vegetable oil, about 1 centimeter, into the cup. And then we put a little bit of food coloring, just a few drops, carefully, and observe what happens. Carefully shake it and try to observe what happens. So now the next thing we want to do is to pour this mixture into the water and watch for the fireworks. Leave it for some time. You see that? Very beautiful fireworks in the cup. Wow. You can try this with different colors of food coloring to see different effects. And now you would notice that we use two different temperatures of water, the cold water and the ordinary water. And the reason is because color dissolves faster in room temperature water and slower in the cold water. So for us to see this effect, we need to mix both of them so that it can take some time for the color to form the fireworks. You would also observe in this mixture that you have the oil sitting on top and the water below. Why? Because oil is lighter than water. Whatever stays on top of the water is lighter than what is at the bottom. So if you drop something into this water, like a stone, you would observe that the stone sinks to the bottom because it's heavier than water. Also, you would see here that the color only dissolves in the water, not the oil. If you leave this over a particular period of time, you'll notice that the part where the oil is very clear, and the part where the water is stays with the food coloring. Now you can say that this color dissolves only in water and not in oil. Now I want to ask, what particular mixture or substance did you put inside the mixture that moved from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration? It is the food coloring. The reason is because when you put the food coloring together with the oil into the mixture, you will observe that it took a while for it to move to form the fireworks before it mixed with the water to form what we have now. So you move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Now remember, density is how loosely or tightly packed molecules are in an object, and the different levels of liquids determines which is lighter than the other. So we're going to try out different liquids at home. You can try out dishwashing soap, methylated spirit, or different liquids at home. Put them together in a glass, probably add them to your mixture, and see which is heavier or lighter than the other. Try to explore at home. Do this experiment, use different food colorings of your choice, and you can make this as long as you want, and observe different liquids that are lighter or heavier than the other. You would also notice from this that the food coloring only mixed with the water, not the oil. That is to say, food coloring is only dissolvable in water, not in oil. So you can try this experiment at home. Let us know how you do it. You can tag us on our social media pages, and we look forward to exploring more science experiments next week. You can follow us on our social media platforms for more engaging content, projects, and experiments.
So still on the importance and opportunities that avail from doing activities under stream and around stream education, I want us to look at the way life is now. You know, people tend to graduate from school and they become employees or employers of labor, as you have it. And it is very important to be able to work together in a group and to achieve a common goal. And that is what we have, where we have teamwork. How do you think stream plays? What role does it play
it helps the fast learner and the slow learner to come together to solve a problem.
Yeah.
For instance, I could remember vividly about 2 weeks ago, a parent reached out to me and said, Mr. Soji, thank you for what you are doing. And what is the point? He was trying to refer to a child who could not do well in school because of the model of the four walk classroom. And they said, the team that we have presently, that my child is busy day and night, working on the system to develop, to work with the team, to work with the team that we created. And I said that is the real thing that STREAM is here to solve. Because if you see a child that is on that we believe is not doing well in codes,
alone,
obviously put them together with the mindset and the curriculum of given to us by STREAM. We see that this child will be able to do well because he's working with his team. He's asking questions from his mates rather than asking questions from the teachers. So here the students are asking for themselves. They are finding the problem themselves. They are seeing the way out themselves. And if it's not correct, it is easy for a student to ask questions from themselves rather than asking from the teacher.
Just like peer teaching.
Obviously.
The peer is a coach, is a teacher, so they see themselves performing the role of a teacher. And you're teaching leadership there.
Obviously.
And personal development.
Exactly. So in that, leadership is clear. Yeah. Personal development is there because you can see that one person will lead the role, take a role, and they even give themselves responsibility to do.
Exactly.
So I've seen students giving themselves, okay, we're having an assignment to submit to me tomorrow, and it will be submitted by 2 p.m. So they share responsibility and they ensure they meet up that responsibility.
And that is collaboration that we're talking about.
So we also look at problem solving skills. STREAM is here to help students to be able to identify problems within their society, the communities.
And use critical thinking skills.
And use the digital literacy skills,
analytic,
collaborative skills, experimental analytics to solve the problem. So for a student, some student wrote about themselves 2 days ago and sent it to me. And everything these students are mentioning that I found, the common keywords I found in that conversation is problem solver. They call themselves, they said they are now a problem solver. And what made it possible for them to become a problem solver is the idea of the STREAM education introduced to them. So students have seen themselves now that they can identify a problem in the society.
Rather than show the negatives and prime the negatives.
Obviously.
They provide a solution to that problem.
Yeah.
Very good. With that, we want to go straight into creativity. And that is another aspect of STREAM, bordering on arts. Please sit down, relax, and enjoy this arts and craft video.
Welcome to the class. I'm very sure that you are fine. How are you doing? Long time. In today's class, I will be teaching you origami. What exactly is origami? Origami is the Japanese art of folding paper into decorative shapes and figure. I'm very sure we fold paper around us, and today we are going to take that folding of paper into another dimension. And I'm very sure that at the end of this video, you are going to enjoy this class. I have a special assignment for you at the end of this video, and I'd like you to take your time to watch this video again and again. I'm very sure that you will enjoy it. So take your time, and I'll be right back with all the steps you need to create your first origami. I'll be right back. Welcome back. So what are the materials we need for today's class? The first material we need is our A4 paper. Then after our A4 paper, we need our scissors, and with this we can achieve everything about our origami. So what's the first step to start with? I'm going to take one of my paper and start my origami right away. How do I achieve this? This is very simple to achieve. The first thing I'm going to do is to look at my origami well, and this is my right hand, this is my left hand. I'm going to take from my right on top here, I'll bring it to my left, and I'll make sure it is parallel, and then I'll make sure that they are also equal. I think it's better for me to use the word equal so that you understand better. Then this part, I'm going to cut this SS out. They are the SS. I cut them out. So when I cut this SS out now, this is what I'm going to use to produce my origami. So the first folding is for me to make it look like diamond shape, Then I'll bring this part to the middle. This line in the middle now is what is going to guide my two folding. The first one will look like this. The second one will go also to the other way. Then after this, I will fold backward. After folding backward, you can see I have this part here, then I will go back to the front. So from this front now, I will take one part of it left, then another part again right. That means I fold one part, then another part. Then after this, the next thing I will do is to form another folding again to the middle. One folding, then the second folding. After the second folding, I'll go back to the front. You can observe that it's looking like a fish. So what am I going to do? I'll just do a little cutting. I'll fold one to the left, the other one to the right. Immediately I do that, I have achieved my origami fish. So I would like you to give this a try. I am going to show you more videos of origami, and I'm very sure that you will enjoy this by the time you see my last video. Thank you.
Yeah, so in conclusion, we want to look at the opportunities that avail in STREAM education for students, for stakeholders of the education sector.
Some of the solutions, like we mentioned, Zoom now, these are tech-based solutions now that is readily available. Even the nose mask that is outside now is a big economy. These are some of the skill sets that students can learn within that period where they're in school, and now use it to solve a problem. Because there's a problem of pandemic of coronavirus, COVID-19, that brought about the use of face masks.
Face masks, which we never used before.
It's because of the COVID-19 that makes classroom to go on Zoom. It's because of COVID-19 that makes classroom to go on Microsoft Teams.
Yes.
So if these solutions are not there, alternative to now see alternative will become a big difference.
Imagine a world without all those solutions.
We can imagine the world. It's just like imagine a world without electricity. The world will be in total darkness. So that is exactly what we're saying, that there are a lot of boundless opportunities. And another thing is that when you expose students to STREAM education, it makes them become creators of solutions into society. So community will now start raising young people who are becoming social innovators. That we see people who are seeing erosion problems in their communities, and they're thinking of how to solve it. Let me add this to shock you. Recently, there was a student of public school in Lagos State that through the skills of art and drawing, were able to learn the skills and draw and make, did a sketch of Macron, the president of France. When Macron visited Nigeria. And that guy, as we speak now, is on scholarship, a full scholarship.
Oh my.
These are some of the opportunities presented. These are some of the opportunities presented through STREAM.
So, everyone at home, you better sit and start your own creativity in the area of STREAM. Is it that you can draw, then make your own arts related? Is it that you have gifts or innate potentials in the area of computer literacy, IT, ICT, you are just very savvy naturally, please put it into action. Don't let it lie low even as you are at home and the schools are shut down now. Is it your own area? You speak very well, you read very well, you love reading? Keep at it. And one day you'll just meet with your opportunity. Thank you very much for coming and joining us today. Hope to see you in another episode and when we continue with this stream aspect of the Total Education Show. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has been a part of today's show. We want to tell you that we are still waiting and expecting your feedback so that we can give us insights into what you're thinking out there, or if you have questions, contributions, additions to all that we have discussed, we'll be waiting on that number on your screen. Please send us your WhatsApp messages. You can send us pictures of what you have created. Yes, in case you have created something, do send us pictures of your own creativity and we will surely celebrate you. I remain your host for the Total Education Show, Wunmi Tolu Alalade. See you next time. Bye. Be safe.